Oh, wait, I did hit record, not stream.
Hey, what's up, guys? Uh, Want to do something a little bit different today. Not streaming today, so I decided, hey, I'll just sit down and do a video because apparently I can't stop working. I don't know what's wrong with me now. So, I wanted to actually go over a question that I get a lot on stream, and it's always, Mug, why did you move to Croatia? The easy answer is I just had an opportunity and I took it. Basically, my life at the time, and this was about a year ago, I was working at this restaurant in Colorado, and the pay was good, but the inflation in Colorado, like the housing prices and stuff, the rental prices, were astronomical and just going up. And you mix this in with, inflation. This is what, 2023, 2024 at the time. Inflation was really bad, like really, really bad. It was specifically bad in Colorado. So I was working a lot of like hard labor work in this kitchen, a hot, steamy, stupid kitchen. I'm just kidding. I actually really enjoyed the job. It was a lot of hard work. Anybody who, anybody who worked in the kitchen, you know exactly what I mean. So I was working really hard and coming home kind of just exhausted and honestly a little bit pissed because I wasn't making enough money. Here I am, giving every last ounce of energy to my job, and it should be enough to live on, and it's just barely. I have to ration my grocery bill, or ration my groceries, So my dad is doing some business with some people over in the area in Croatia, right? They make him aware that it's really easy to get a visa in Croatia. And it's pretty cheap to live there as well. So my dad looks into it and is like, wow, they're right. It's really easy. It's really quite easy. And he just offered it up to me. Was like, and my whole family was like, hey, would you all like to move to Croatia? Is this something we want to do? And then I just looked at my life. I was living in a crappy little apartment. I was, renting it for over $1,000 a month for nothing. It had like no kitchen. I had some sort of kitchen, barely a kitchen, and just like a room, and in a crappy part of town. And I was paying $1,000 a month for it. Grocery bill was just going higher, which means I had to get less and less groceries. I was eating worse and worse, and I was coming home after working all day long and just being mad. So I looked at my life and said, sure, why not? Let's go check out Croatia. What's the worst that can happen? I have to come back, right? So that's what I did, and I moved to Croatia, and I've been here for about a little bit less than a year, and it's been very interesting living here. Once I got here, I knew I wasn't gonna have a job, right? I would have no way of making any money. So I instantly started thinking about like what type of ways can I make some money. One was music. I've been really into music for a very long time. I love making beats, singing, things like that, but I never really like looked at monetizing it or really publishing it at all. So I was looking into that. I was looking at making a fried rice stand, which is something I've been looking at doing for years. It's like maybe I could get that set up in Croatia. I don't know. Who knows? I could look at that. Video editing. Haha, hello. Video editing was something that I also wanted to get into, but I hadn't really done much with. And there's a lot of content creators. A lot of people need video editors. Just manpower. Just time. It just takes time. Sucks. So I looked at all of that and I said, you know what? I guess I may as well stream most of it too, because why not? You know, I've never really had time to sit down and stream, but now I do, and why not do it? Well, none of the other things worked out except the streaming. The streaming kind of took off. I was able to make affiliate kind of quickly on Twitch, which means I could get ads, right? And people could subscribe to me. Like, you know, it was really fun. I was able to make a little bit of money, and still am as of right now in this video. So to be fair, but yeah, so I just poured all my oh my god. Okay, it's fine. What was I talking about? So the streaming, I started streaming. I just put, you know, all my energy into that, and so for the last year, I've just been streaming and coming up with any kind of content that I can think of. If anybody has ideas, let me know. But yeah, it's been really interesting, and honestly, I think it was a great move. I think it was a great call to just take the opportunity. While we're on the subject, I'll kind of give you some rundowns as an American who now lives in Croatia, and kind of some things I like and some things I don't like. Let's start with the things I don't like, because I like to end on positive notes. First off, the food is a lot less seasoned here. The food is a lot less seasoned here. Very interesting gripe I have. Maybe look, a lot of people like it. I don't know. I like a lot of complexity and flavors in my food. Maybe it's the whole kitchen cook, you know, profession in me. I don't know. Like, I like that. They don't do a lot of that here. So that's just one little thing. They also don't do a lot of spicy food, at least in my experience. Spicy food, not the same. Number 2, the slow pace of work and like the inefficiency of a lot of things here, like how things are run here. Now, I thought it was really bad in the US, and it is. But there's kind of a strange thing here where it's so slow and inefficient to get like things done here that everybody's used to it. They just kind of vibe with it, right? Like I actually hit an interesting situation just recently where I stopped receiving some mail, and some of the mail that was not being sent to me, I didn't notice, was my internet bill. Now my internet gets shut off. So I go down there and I'm like, hey, let's figure. I don't know what's wrong, you know. And they're like, oh, you're just buying on bills. And you're like, oh, okay, easy. I'll just pay that right now. And I go up their little kiosk and I do all this things, type it all in, and I'm 4 months behind on bills. So, whoa, you know, no big deal. I paid it. It wasn't that big of a deal. Internet gets brought back on. But the fact that they didn't cut my internet off for 4 months, like for 4 months I didn't pay for it, and they just kept it on, that would never have happened in the US, at least not in my experience. So there's that. So there's pluses and minuses there. I would say that would be actually kind of a plus. Now, why I wasn't getting my mail, I'll be honest, I still haven't figured that out yet. I'm still working on that. Actually, I have to go down tomorrow to figure that out. It's awesome. It's gonna be great. Let's talk about the inefficiency though, because guess what? At that kiosk, you know, you can pay your bill at the kiosk, and it's a brand new kiosk. They just put them in, but it's only in cash. You have to pay in cash at the kiosk. Yeah, the automated kiosk, you know, there's no card reader. You gotta go to the ATM somewhere else, get like, you know, however much money you need to pay the bill, and one by one, you put the little bills in. Why would you even make a kiosk like that? Anyway, so there's little odd things like that. And it just kind of irks me. It irks my OCD a little bit. That's all. You know, as an American, I got really used to things being very efficient just efficient. Efficient. Uh, but yeah, in America, like we want things to move quickly. You know, get through the line quick, get through the line efficiently. Can you bring their food out to them while they're even in the car? They don't even have to get to the window. You know, like it's beautiful. I love that. And I do kind of miss it. On the flip side of that, of course, is just everybody vibing. People be vibing out here. They're not in a rush. And it's kind of nice. That's taken me like it's taken me like an entire year to get used to it. But I'm feeling it now. I'm feeling that vibe. I'm like, you know what? It's fine. It's fine. I'll do it tomorrow. It's all good. And it is. It's all been good. Something else I noticed out here that's a lot different from at least where I've always lived is the stores. They close a lot. They do a lot of holidays here. A lot of holidays. So the stores are closed all the time. Yeah, it feels like every other week. And also every Sunday. So wasn't quite used to that level, but no, it's just all nitpicky stuff. Now, moving on to things that I do like here. I've already talked about it a little bit. The vibe. My God, people just know how to enjoy the day. They really do. And I live like in the city, right? So like not even on like the coast where it's like a real vibe. Holy crap. It's so nice over there. But like even in the city, like people are just vibing, man. They're just enjoying the day. They know how to enjoy their time. They'll sit down in a coffee shop in the middle of the work day and just have like an hour or two, like 2 hours. They'll spend 2 hours drinking an espresso. Like, don't you have a job? They're like, yeah, this is my break. You're like, oh, wow. So, not that whole like 30-minute lunch thing, you know? That's what I'm used to. So yeah, I love the vibe out here. Going along with that, the slow lifestyle. Again, people they're chill. Everybody be chilling. Nobody's in a rush. It's slow and easy. And look, if your bill is due today, you can pay it tomorrow. It's fine. That's the vibe. I love it. It took me a while to get used to it, but I love it. Again, with that, the people here are so nice. I have really not run into anybody that's been like not nice. It's been great, and they will absolutely help you too. They are so nice. Like they'll just give you stuff. Everybody here is like a gifting people, right? They love giving you gifts. You know, you exchange gifts all the time. It's great. I really enjoy it here. It feels like a small town, like a nice small town community here. And like I said, I'm in like the big city here. So like the fact that I get that vibe in the big city is very interesting. I love the culture. And of course. Yeah, I mean, how can I not say it? Everything here is like 60 to 70% cheaper than Colorado. At least as of this video. Okay, so kind of a follow-up question on all of that. Like, will I move back to the US? So, I'm not sure yet, is kind of the easy answer. I really don't know. I've really enjoyed a lot of stuff here, but I do miss home. I do miss home, I think. And I think what I'll probably end up doing is going back, at least for a little bit, just to kind of regain the vibe. Like, let me see, like, do I really miss it, or do I just miss a couple things? Am I only remembering the good things back home? I don't know. I really don't. I do really miss some things back home. But, it would be really difficult to leave here for good. At the very least, I think I would like to have like a set time that I always come back. Because as much as I might kind of, like talk trash a little bit, like, on Croatia and like some things, but like it's really nice here. I would never, I all my gripes are very small, and mostly just from a comparison, of the U.S. versus Croatia life. So I'm just used to faster paced stuff and things running like butter. Running like butter, is that? Anyway, but yeah, so I think that's probably what I would do. Well, anyway, with that said, if you guys have any questions for me, let me know. Let me know in the comments. Come drop by the stream over at twitch.tv/themugbug. Anywho, take care. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Oh, yeah.